Good morning for me, afternoon for you, YouTube, Random Duck 91 for NotSoEpic Gaming. Welcome to Big City Stories. It's a fun free-to-play game. It came out 2.5 weeks ago, I guess. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I'm just going to run through some of the basics of the game, maybe show you my city, and maybe once a week then I'll do an update. You can see my nice sign here. It's called the NotSoEpic City. It will be available if you have the game downloaded. You can gladly come on into the city and complain and whatnot. But my city right now is not set up in a final type situation. But we'll get to that later. Let's go over the basics of just this screen right here, right now, while the game's still going and everything. Top left corner, I have a beautiful top hat with a 12 in it, and then 15850 under my name. That is, I'm level 12. I'm a level 12 mayor. I am at 15,850 experience. I'm guessing the next level is probably 17,000 by the look of it, give or take. Maybe 17.5. I'm not sure. Well, it's probably 16.5 now that I really think about it, because I think 15 was level 12, and that bar looks like it's about halfway. Below that is coin, and then you'll see 1302. That means I have 1,302 coins. That is money I put into the game, plus money you start with. You start with 300. I put in an amount of money I don't want to discuss. Not $50. I didn't put $50 in. I put 25 in. Because I believe in this game and it is fun. Bottom left corner, you will see we have a chat screen. So if people are in your city, you can chat with them nice and easily on your little keyboard there, which is super handy. Top right, you got a mini map. Ooh, never heard of one of those before. It shows that there's a pile up of cars and they don't know what to do. Yep, the AI on the cars is very dumb. Also not the best game in the world. The cars that you see are gray on the minimap, which is super nice. It helps you keep track of where all the idiots are at. You'll also see a thumbs up over there. Some of the cars just despawned because apparently traffic had stood long enough, so the game decided to despawn them. That is useful to know. There's a thumbs up. There's a mini game where you are basically a ride sharing, Uber, Lyft, those type of things. Where you're a driver, you go around and you'll drive people to and from locations. They give you a bunch of money and stars. On occasion, they will give you power, they will give you workers, and that's super awesome. The bottom right corner is the most important corner to talk about because it contains everything. The top thing, which looks like a graph with a line on it showing that it's increasing, that is your jobs. That's your employment rate. I have 100% employment rate. If we jump into the actual ledger, we will see I have an unemployment rate, but I have every job filled. So that really shows, your job filled category, not your employment rate. I need to build something else for people to work on. Below that is your actual city population. I'm at 5,315 total citizens within my beautiful city that I've created. Under that is my money. I have $146,260 out of my maximum $659,800 based off of the number of banks, credit unions, and buildings that can just hold money that I have. Also, you may notice down there you have you've got a little red circle that has a 12 inside of it. That means 12 of my businesses that have hit maximum on their money that they are holding, or close to maximum, I believe. I'm not 100%. It's almost always maximum when I get to it, so yeah. So I have 12 businesses that I've got to collect money from. Below that is power. You need power to build buildings. It's not like something that you actually need to keep the city functioning. Certain buildings require money, certain buildings require power. It's whatever. I have 72,000 out of 193,000. You might notice that I've got a tiny little number there that you can probably barely read because I can barely read it on my TV. That's 112. We'll discuss that in a second. And then the final bar is 180 of 180 workers. Workers require you to have schools. You start the game off with a it's called a labor hall. It's a trade school, they renamed it when you actually build it, but it still says labor hall on the outside of the building. Look at that car going super slow out there. That's awesome. Most of these cars still haven't moved. I might steal this guy's car in a second. But you max out at 30 workers with that school, so you can only save up 30 workers at a time, which is impossible to work with, so that's why I mainly invested money so that I could get another school. I bought myself a community college because community college is more efficient than buying the the most expensive thing, plus I'd have to spend $50. And that gave me an extra 12 an hour. Trade schools only produce 6. Community colleges produce 12, so I produce 18 an hour, and I have 180 maximum cap. Let's deal with those red circles, though. We'll get out of that. If you just hold square, you nicely go into the build menu, which allows you to build things. But right now, we're going to use it to collect, because it's just so darn efficient. Going to collect all the money. You might notice a bunch of yellow at the top of the screen. We'll discuss what craziness I decided to do there. Collecting all the money, collecting all the money, all the money. And I have a zoo. If you move quick enough, they have an introductory price on the zoo expansion. It's only 300 coins, which is the amount you start the game with. I would highly suggest it. It's very useful. It makes a decent amount of money. It's not great. It comes with extra missions, because I was done with missions within the first day. And now it's time for this. Since I was going to be gone, I decided I wanted to produce as much power as I could, so I built power grids to hold all the electricity that these things will create. And then I slowly but surely built all of these windmills. Windmills are the cheapest thing that you can buy. They cost 150. They produce 30 electricity an hour, not including the bonuses, which we'll get into that at some point. Upgrading them to max cost you another 150, so it doesn't cost anything. It costs you 2 extra workers, and you produce 50 power. I didn't consider that efficient enough on the worker front, or is it 2? It might be 2. Let's go to the upgrade real quick. It requires 2. A windmill only requires 4 to build in the first place, so it would cost me 4 to upgrade it to 50. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that at all. I might do it now that I've got built up workers and I've got built up everything else. But now we're going to collect all the power that I have. You'll notice that all of these are having differing amounts because they all have different percentages for the most part. The edge ones all have 5 though, just because that's what they're going to have. Corners should have less. Yep, 3. Well, I'm in the double digits. That's positive. And yes, my power is not going up crazy fast, which does suck. But it's something. And I did this because when I'm gone for 8 hours working, I can come back and they are full. And I can collect all this power. And it didn't cost me much. It cost me workers, which I produce enough. In 10 hours, I fill up my workers. So that's not an issue, in my opinion. Plus, I'm kind of at a spot where I need to... I just need all the supplies I can get. All the resources that I can handle. So 112 things that produce power seem like a good idea. I'm going to store as much of it up as I can. And then I'm going to destroy all of these windmills, because these wind farms are horrible. So, basics. You press triangle to collect everything. Well, we're at over 100,000. That's positive. 15 more. Woo! Okay, that was fun. What kind of time am I at? We're at the 9-minute mark. We're gonna change the time of day. That doesn't affect how you make things. It'll just make it easier for me to see. Perfect. Let us build something. What do we want to build? I'm not sure. Well, let's build something. Let's look in the financial part. Let's make something commercial. No. See, commercial buildings require electricity to make them. I don't have one of those. Probably a reason though, because it requires a bunch of power and a decent number of workers, and it makes good money. It's just very low. I have one of those, I have one of those, I have one of those. I don't have one of those, though. And I don't have one of those. And I don't have one of those. I have one of those, though. That requires... That's 4,500 jobs. That's more... That's almost double what my city currently has. So I won't be able to actually, like, have people, you know, work on it. So, we're going to go with something a little more simplistic. I have that. Maybe we'll do the Capitol Plaza. 1,800 workers. 4,000 an hour, though. I will need to make room. So we will move stuff. Let's put that road there. Put that there. As you can see, I've set my city up as a grid. But since I'm doing all this electricity farming malarkey, I've decided that I'm going to hold off on really setting up my city, but I got it going a bit. Set that right there. Okay. This is the mall. The mall comes with a giant 5x5 grid that is -3 on efficiency and production capabilities of buildings. It's in a corner by itself with things that it can't actually affect, like a hospital and whatnot. We're going to build this Capitol Plaza. I'm going to build it one at a time. You can also just hold triangle down, though. Look at all this building stuff. Yeah, we're just going to finish it now. Look at my beautiful new building. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to build someplace for people to live here. I'm going to have to look at my ledger real quick, actually. Employment, 99%. Unemployment, 1%. Jobs filled, 75. Okay. I'm going to have to build something considerably large as we look at just my wind farms down the road. Let us build... I need housing. Housing. We need... No. You gotta make sure it fits on one spot is going to be the other issue. Like that's big. That adds 1,400, but I don't think I've got the room here. And, oh, I do, but it comes with a -1 on everything. But you know what? We'll take that hit. Oh, I don't even have enough money for that one. Never mind. We'll build the Sunrise condos then. Boom! I also got a trophy. I got the silver trophy real estate boom, which means I filled every single square in the city with either a road or a building. Or a windmill for roughly half of what I'm doing here. That should help on the population issues. We'll get back to that. So we built. Now we will upgrade something. We'll upgrade a power grid, just so I've got more room on that. When you upgrade things, it gives you a nice little cutscene where it shows you what you increased. So now I've got some nice power grids. These will eventually be in better spots. These are items that don't require access to road, because some things have to have access to roads. Which is kind of annoying. I'm going to upgrade my bank, too, because I've got the power. Look at my better bank. We're about at the halfway point of this video. Alright. Pretty nice. I got a new bank now. That's only 88% of my population, too. Okay. I'm gonna have to spend literally the rest of my money. Bye! Alright, we're gonna have to build another one of these, I guess. Yes, I acknowledge if I'd saved my money, I could have just built the other thing. Alright, what else do we want to learn about? Okay. Oh, we leveled up. I got 3 workers, 500 extra power, and 13,000 in cash. Well, that's good to know. Alright. Can I upgrade you? You require money. You can't be upgraded. You can be upgraded for 10,000 power. I don't really know what you do, so... I can upgrade the nursery, which does have a wider area of effect. Fire department, I need to get my town hall better. What about you? 17,000 power, 18 workers. I'm at 99% employment. Jobs filled. Okay. Capital Plaza. I need a little bit more on the population front. I'll destroy that. I'm gonna build that, I guess. I feel bad, I've destroyed most of these neighborhoods now. Big negatives that I found that I'm not a fan of in the game. You really can't just create a nice little, like, suburb area at all. Because it's just a big negative. You don't have the population size for that then, because this house, these multi-story homes, 42 of them. I get 42 population from that square. I build Park Place apartments, I get 556. That's with roughly the same bonus even on them. Or I build a condo. That's 800 of them. 800 population. Come on. That's absurd. It's really annoying too. Even these grand estates, which are pretty nice places, population of 29, which makes no sense because it's a house for one family, but apparently it's a very large family. I don't ask questions. But no. Here's my city. Here's my school. Here's my community college. It's pretty nice. I got some flags. Oh, it actually has a flag that's the little thing. Okay, that's cool. Part of me wants to destroy this, but I have to increase... My next goal is to increase my city hall, because my city hall, if I get that leveled up, I can get more roads, because I'm pretty much maxed out on roads. I think I've got like 5 extra spaces left, and eventually I'm going to have to fill up this entire area. But to do that, I'm going to have to increase my town hall, then we're going to have to build better power sources. Windmills are going to be gone, that's for sure. I'll be building a lot of solar power arrays. Maybe nuclear power plants, we'll see. We'll see what the negatives are on that, but I need a better hospital, which requires me to have a better town hall, which is just obnoxious. And then a windmill array, which is pretty and can go in the middle of the city because it also increases happiness. Which, I mean, any of these things can go in the middle of buildings. That's why I'm trying. You'll note that this is a larger gap than these are. This road actually won't stay. This was a temporary measure, which now I can actually, now that I think about it, destroy. We'll move it. Oh, apparently this has to touch, though. Good to know. I didn't know it had to touch, my bad. Those are the basics. We saw building, we saw upgrading. Well, you know what, I guess we have one more thing we can do. We'll go to my city hall. We will jump in my car. We will do the ride-sharing dealio. It's a big hubbub, and it's actually a large story arc in the game of you starting to do this because of, I don't know, some taxi issue and crud. Real world stuff. Alright. 571. So every time you level up, these taxi missions also give you more money per your success rate. Like a 5 stars now it's 571. I don't remember what it used to be, but it was slightly lower, I believe. I have not quite figured out the exact mechanics to if it's a good ride or not. It doesn't seem to be based off of speed or impacts. It might just be random. Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word, oh my word, what the hell? What were all those people doing? I don't know if it's on efficiency of trip, but one thing I noticed, and I don't know, maybe they fixed it because they've been working on the servers. I think they've probably done a patch or two. But at one point, if I started doing bad on, if I got like a 1 star, then everything after that was automatically a 1 star. It didn't matter. I would do a trip perfectly safe in a second. Well, in like 9 seconds, which should be like a 5 star for sure. That was 13 seconds, 5 star. I did extremely long trips very efficiently without hitting anything, and they would still be 1 stars. After I got a 1 star, it was done. It seemed like we were done. Not sure why. I don't know if it was just some weird glitch, if it was just a programming hiccup, but it was just weird. Of my knowledge, I am completely out of missions in the game. I know they have planned expansions and things like that, but you gotta buy them, and they'll add missions, which is nice. Like the zoo that I bought added, I think 5 or 6 missions probably, which was nice. It added some bonuses. I mean, most missions still cost you more money and workers than you actually get as a reward, which kind of sucks. If they're doing basic tutorial missions, they need to even out. Either they need to give you enough workers to cover what you just used, or give you enough workers to cover the next mission, which sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and it just slows down the process, and there's not enough missions, and there's not enough action to keep you in the game long enough. I'm hoping to get one of these nice ride shares before we're done, where it actually gives me a reward beyond money, because you do get things beyond money for doing these successfully. And I don't believe they're tied to 5 stars only. I think I've gotten them on 4, but I'm not 100% on that. 5 star again. You also get experience for that. Looks like it was about oh man. I'm guessing the next level will be 20,000. You get experience. It seems to be you get experience based off the number of workers required to build something or upgrade it. And I think it might only be 2 times, maybe it's different, but I know when I was doing all the windmills, I got 8 experience every time I built one, which is, I mean, it's nothing, but this is a relatively passive game, not as passive as like Adventure Capitalist that I've been playing also, but it's still pretty passive, let's be honest with you. I mainly leave it for a couple of hours at a time and then see what's up. Oh, but no. I've been having fun. I see great promise in the game. They're not quite there. They fixed the server stability issues. The first week the game was like impossible to play. I got a 3 star, I'm assuming, because I ran into something at the end there. I mean, I could maybe accomplish a mission if I was lucky, and then the servers would hiccup and kick you out normally. Normally, keyword there. Not all the time. They'd go down. It was bad news bears watching their Twitter trying to see what they did. I think the first day they got so overloaded with people downloading and creating cities, they like added they increased their server size by 24,000%. That right there also gave me 11 electricity. I don't ask how these people are just handing me these things. From what I've seen, all you can get from rides, experience, money, electricity, and workers. Like, I've never had somebody give me an object. You can place objects in the world. I haven't done that. It's not that important or that cool. But you can get those types of things and just, you know, useful stuff. I don't know if it's just AI programming that's messed up on these cars, but this road always just gets backed up. And I don't I don't know if it's how I have the city set up that it can't quite handle it, but whatever this first road always is, it becomes packed with cars, and they never quite know what to do. If it's on the edge, no matter where it's at, I don't really know what the solution might be. I think they need to go back and really work on the AI of the cars, just because they're obnoxious. But people don't mind if you steal their cars, they'll complain, but they don't actually do anything. The police don't do anything to you. So it's whatever. There's a gas station. I'm not exactly sure what. It seems that the gas station fixes your car, which is the same thing the garage does, which the garage is what you start with. You have one of those starting out. Oh, but I've been rambling and just driving in circles. Here's my police station. The NotSoEpic City police station. It's pretty legit. No, but I'm thinking once a week, probably Fridays, I will do an update video on just the city. New happenings, new buildings, things like that. Changes like getting rid of all the windmills and major additions, and making City Hall bigger, which now that I've got more money capable... I'm trying to look at this guy better. Buddy, your hips are just out there, yo. Just way out there. Got my fire station, which is pretty freaking legit. Oh god. Well, this is a 1-star. This is definitely going to be a 1-star. Guaranteed. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. It's going to be a 1-star. But maybe we'll get into more, like, advanced mechanics, like the bonuses that each building gives off and, you know, how to stack those properly. Because one trophy, there is a trophy in this game for having a 65%, at least having one square with 65% and having a building on it. Which, or maybe it might just be a building, not a square, which means a 4 building that's then surrounded by enough things. Like, if I had this surrounded by enough things to get it up that high, which is a possibility, you'd have to use your higher level things that with your greater reach. But we'll work on that at some point. Hey, guys, come hang out in the city. Come give me design inspiration. Tell me what to do. Acknowledging the fact that I'm currently using literally half the city to farm electricity until I probably have... my goal is to probably have, like, at least 500,000 electricity built up before I destroy all these windmills. But come on in, tell me what you figured out that works really well, tell me what doesn't work well, tell me what buildings are just garbage. I know most of these smaller ones I need to get rid of at some point, like... But I want a suburb. But thank you guys. I hope you had a little bit of fun with this. I will for sure see you next Friday because I will do an update video. Hopefully the city will have expanded a bit here. Or I'll have at least moved this tower into the proper spot. I'm not really sure. I might have to make a bigger business area now. I'll probably make a bigger business area. But thank you guys. Have a good day. And above all else, remember to stay epic. I don't like how I end that. We'll figure it out. I promise you I will figure out an ending. I've only been trying to figure it out for a year. But thank you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.